That's right. Here at Mowers and Blowers, we push them into the garage and they come out driving. Okay guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to part 2 of my Carcass of Crap Repower project. As you guys know from yesterday's video, I dragged this thing out of the backyard. It doesn't have a deck, it doesn't have a engine, and I had put this seat, pumped up the tires from last year, put ATF in it, and it actually holds air. Yesterday we put an engine on here, 12 horsepower Briggs Flathead engine. It's really old, has the updraft flow jet carburetor on it, as well as a vertical throttle plate, which if you thought about putting a more modern intake manifold and regular carburetor on there, the distance between that and the throttle linkage to the vertical thing may not work. Also, I don't believe it has a way that you could have the choke linkage in there too, you know, traditionally on these engines. So we might have to put some kind of choke cable on there because the choke is separate. It's kind of a pain, to be honest with you. Anyway, so yesterday we changed the Bendix gear on the starter because it was trashed, right? And this battery seems to be the culprit of why we weren't able to test it very well, because this is the one that the battery I tried charging 8 times with the desulfator and it failed. It didn't work. So this battery is DONESKI. So I charged this overnight. Let's just see real quick if it starts. Ooh, it did turn. And it looks like it might have fired up a little. So it looked like it almost kind of started. I'm gonna spray some more in here, and this time I'll hold the choke because let's try it now. Yeah, I mean, that battery's just trash. I'm gonna have to grab the battery out of my van, the one that I recharged that I used to power my winch. That's a new battery, so I'll put that battery in and see if we have any more luck on trying to start this thing up. In addition, my neighbor over there, the one that gave me the chainsaw to fix, in which I sold or traded, he gave me this yesterday. It's a Craftsman 22. It has a Tecumseh engine on it, right? I absolutely hate that engine. It's one of those eager ones, you know what I mean? Aside from the deck being DONESKI, wheels are good. It's a push mower. It's got a bag. It's got these big high wheels in the back, which are kind of cool, you know what I mean? So aside from the deck being DONESKI, he says, I think this engine runs. It was his mom's. So, I don't know what to do with it. I hate that engine. I'm sure I'll run into a deck someday, you know what I mean? But it really has to be an eager one for that bag to fit, you know? Anyway, I'll hold on to it for a bit. But first, I'm gonna put down some ashes. My neighbor Kevin over there, his lawn always looks amazing, and he does it himself. I asked him, hey, what are you doing? He was like throwing stuff on his grass. I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm putting seed down. I'm like, yeah, don't you usually doing that in the fall? He's like, yeah, or the spring, you know? And I said, did you put lime down? He goes, yeah, a couple of weeks ago. So he went and got his pH just ready. And I says, did you use your pH tester to see the pH before you put the lime down? He goes, no, I just threw the lime down. I'm like, okay, cool. So I've got like a year's worth of ashes and that I burned in my fireplace. And somebody told me that ashes work better than lime. So I've got a whole bag full of ashes from last year. And it's gonna rain today, for sure. So I figured I'd put this down real quick, you know, and what's up, Dan? Hi, Gus. Put some ashes down on the lawn, and then the rain will just put it into the lawn faster, you know what I mean? Look, that's what they say. I don't know. My lawn looks like hell, so I'll try anything once. gonna put this battery on here now. Okay, we got the new battery installed now. Now let's give this a proper test. Let's see if this damn thing starts up. Contact cleaner from my friends over at Lucas Oil. I'm gonna hold the choke closed, turn the key. All right. Started to start. Oh, put the throttle up a little, huh? Started a little before. Let's check for spark real quick. Plenty of spark. Maybe I put too much in it. All right. Okay. Cool. So maybe I'll put the gas tank on and a hose and see if it starts up and stays running, maybe? After inspecting my gas tank, there's 2 scrape holes in it. So this thing will just drain gas out the bottom. This gas tank is done! Well, I guess you could do plastic JB weld here if you really had to, but I think I might have another gas tank. I just use this cap. I got this black one. It's the same one, it's just black. It's got some sand in it. So I got this fuel line on there. I got a fuel filter as well as a fuel shutoff because I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of leakage going on in the carburetor, so I'll have to stop the gas from getting in there somehow. Let's put some gas in here, huh? Right, gas in there. That's really sounds. Oh, it leaks already. Some sound in there. I got you on there, I got you here. Good. Good. And let's try to start it. I mean, I don't think any gas is leaking from the carburetor, which is really surprising. That's where I thought the leak was going to be, you know. Let's just try. Unbelievable, huh? That's great. Just gotta fix that hose. It won't shut off because I don't have the thing on. Now I'm gonna connect the magneto wire. Now let's start it up and see if it shuts off. All right. Man, oh man, is that awesome? Did you guys think this engine would run like that? I didn't think so at all. I'm stoked. I'm stoked that I don't have to clean that carburetor because I hate cleaning those flow jets, you know what I mean? But I gotta change this hose, put this gas tank back on again, make sure it doesn't leak, right? And then we'll put the covers back on because that engine's good. Then if I have time, I'm going to try to put a double stack pulley on the bottom. So I've tried 3 hoses, and I kind of figured out why it was continuously leaking. It wasn't the hose itself. It was this. This tank has a crack here at the nozzle. So this one for sure is Donesky, because you can't even patch that too well, because it's you just can't. Okay, where the crack is and stuff, it's not going to work. So I'm screwed, because I definitely do not have another LT1000 tank, you know. So as you guys saw, I tried to heat up this screwdriver and kind of, you know, melt the areas that were, you know, cracked, so I can kind of mush it and whatever. Then I took like this plastic stick, whatever, melted it and just tried to reinforce the area. But if you're not careful and you do too much heat, it just melts. So unfortunately, this is definitely Donesky now, you know. That's a shame. What am I gonna do? I think I have another idea. Okay, you guys saw what I was trying to do. I took that Echo leaf blower gas line grommet, heated this part up, and by the way, there was still fumes in the gas tank. So when I put the blowtorch here, it went it was awesome. Anyway, so I put that in there, and you know what, I think this might work, you know, but I'm worried about the inlet, about how small this hole is, so not enough gas is going to get through, you know what I mean? But I melted that on there, and seems like it'll work. That's the other hole for the return. I just put a screw in there, you know. But this might work, but I don't think the amount of fuel would be fast enough. So I was kind of at a loss. I didn't know what I was going to do, because I knew I didn't have one of these anymore, right? So I just went to the backyard anyway, and look what I found. It's an LT1000 gas tank, but this is the bigger capacity one. It's the same one, same width. It's for an LT1000 or an LT2000 or a DYT, whatever. It's a Craftsman gas tank, right? Same width and everything. It's just a higher capacity gas tank where you can put more gas in it. So I was gonna save this for a better machine, but honestly, you know, I need a gas tank, so I think this will work. There you go. It's a huge gas tank for this machine, but it'll work. That entire process sucked. So what I just did was I added a choke cable. This is from an MTD. It's a square one that needed to go into a round hole. So there was already a hole in here, believe it or not. It gave you the option of doing it. So I just took this grommet out, made the hole from round to square so it would fit this choke cable, and there it is right there. So now you can choke on demand. I believe that's run. This is choke. This new gas tank does work, doesn't leak, and neither does the carburetor, believe it or not. As you saw, I used the fuel adjustment screw to fix the throttle, you know, so that it's nice and rich, right in between rich and lean. And there's the idle screw over here, and it seems to start up just fine and run pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with today's work. It was a pain in the ass though with the gas tank situation. Put the engine cover back on, and looks like we're good to go on this, you know. I need to put my next episode, I'm going to put the deck on, see if the belts are good, put a double stack pulley on the bottom, and that's it. How about that, fellas, huh? Did you think we were gonna get this thing going? That engine's old, you know what I mean? So surprised that the carburetor didn't need cleaning. It runs just fine, doesn't leak. I don't know, I'm really surprised. I didn't think this would run ever, really. Got the engine for free from Newman.
Hello, Newman.
So that's it. That's today's episode. Thanks for joining me for part 3 of this Carcass of Crap project. Repowering it with another engine, putting a gas tank on, put a choke cable in there, and now this thing starts and stops all by itself. Next episode, part 3, we're going to put a deck on, double stack pulley, and see if this thing goes forward and backwards and mows. Thanks a lot for joining me on today's episode. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. On Mowers and Blowers. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video, and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.